Today, I'm going to be playing the worst football games of all time. And no, I'm not talking about FC 24. We're going to start off with bad and build our way all the way up to the worst football games of all time. And the only rule is I'm going to have to rate each game honestly out of 5 stars. With that said, let's go on to the first game, which I bet you didn't know existed. Chris Kamara's Street Soccer. Yep, the man famously known for this meme.
I don't know, Jeff, has it?
Yeah, he released his own football game, and it's fair to say it doesn't have the best reviews. And Complex have rated it as the worst football game of all time. This release is probably PS1's most deeply buried secret. The reviews only get worse as thegamer.com said this. Chris Kamara's Street Soccer is another depressing five-a-side street soccer game. Poor graphics, idiotic AI, and boring gameplay all make this one avoidable. It's fair to say this hasn't got the best reviews, so let's go and try it out for ourselves. Here we go, Chris Kamara's Street Soccer. Why was he given a game? I don't have a clue, but we're gonna find out. Jesus Christ! Berlin, okay, so you get a different character for every country. Nice. Why is that Belgium? I don't know. Let's see what England looks like. Probably a fat guy. Ah, ethnicity. Very nice. What about Brazil? What's Brazil? Okay, Chris Kamara, you dirty boy. Let's go for England, for Chris Kamara. Okay, so these are the arenas. We got the Colosseum, Death Valley Castle, you know, pretty creative. Skyscraper, Temple, or Easter Island. What the hell is Easter Island? Let's check that out. Why does this feel like I'm about to play a game of Tekken? This doesn't feel like a game of football. Okay, look at these graphics. Wow. No instructions on how to play. Oh, I got a ball. You know what? This is pretty smooth. Shoot. Oh, I flipping missed. Oh, God, I've missed. For a game of this time, this doesn't seem that bad. And that was until I realized it was almost impossible to score a goal. But that wasn't the case for my opponent, who would score again and again. Okay, guys, I think I know why this game's terribly rated. Because you can't score. You literally cannot score. And after 10 minutes of trying to score over and over and over again, we would finally do the impossible and score our first goal. Yes! We've scored! We've scored! Let's go! We've got our first goal. It's only taken me 10 minutes. It's fair to say we got absolutely smacked. And it's fair to say this game is pretty terrible. I decided to give the game one more chance, so we decided to play a game of arcade mode. Arcade mode, match 1. Where's the football kits? Well, what is this? Why are Irish people in the army? And to my surprise, arcade mode was the exact same as exhibition. However, there was one big difference. We could actually score. Dominic! Dominic has scored! Alright, 1-1. You know what? I might not actually lose this game. And the keeper would pull off 3 back-to-back incredible saves, but finally, we would take the lead for the first time ever. Dominic! We've taken the lead! That's 2 goals for Dominic. He's on for a hat-trick. Can we get him the hat-trick? The big Dom, the big D-O-double-G. Dominic hat-trick! Let's go! We're about to get our first W. Let's go. We won a game. We won. And the man himself, Dominic, has got a hattie. With that said, it's time to rate the game. I'm going to be honest, this game is pretty bad. I'm going to give it a solid 2 stars. And you know what? Chris Kamara's Street Soccer walked, so FIFA Street could run. Now, if you thought that game was bad, this next one is definitely worse, as we have the 3 Lions game. As if they called the game that. Now, this game was created surrounding the hype of the 1998 World Cup, in which England had a strong belief that they could win it. However, this game was a complete flop. And one of the main reasons was the graphics. Just look how bad they are. You can barely tell who's who. That's Paul Scholes. Oh my God. Look at David Seaman. Oh my God. I don't know who's who. I literally don't know who's who. But once again, Complex and thegamer.com did rate it as one of the worst football games of all time. But Sir Psycho Sexy says, so difficult to actually score and the flips when fouled. I don't know what that means. Who Ate Me Dinner said 3 Lions was a bit of a dog game. 1 star. Let's go put these reviews to the test. Shearer, go and take a shot. Oh my God, you know what? The shot animation is actually quite good. Uh-oh, Ravanelli. No. Oh, they've missed in front of goal somehow. Go on, Scholes. He loves to suck toes. Can we score? Oh, inches wide. And as the game went on, I began to realize it might be impossible to score, especially as the AI were missing. I don't know if this game is possible to score. We then had multiple shots right in front of goal, but they just wouldn't go in. No! I can't score. 6 seconds on the clock. Can I score just before the timer? No, you can't score. Go on, Sheringham, all the way. All the way. Ref! Penalty! Please. Please tell me that wasn't outside the box. That's a pen, right? Sheringham's injured. Oh no. Somehow Sheringham is sprinting off the pitch for Michael Owen, even though he's injured. No way, it's not a penalty. Okay, you can actually, there's a target. This is cool, but it's so sensitive. Okay. Oh, what a save. I thought last game was hard to score. This game is literally impossible to score. You can't physically score. There's only one way I can score, and that's swapping teams. It had to be done. It lets you score own goals. Let's go. I honestly thought it wasn't going to let me score an own goal. That's legit the only way you can score in this game. After playing the game, it's fair to say it's pretty bad, especially the graphics. And the fact that it's impossible to score, I'm going to have to rate this game 1 star. And if you thought England having their own game was bad, UEFA decided to do the same thing a year later with their game UEFA Champions League 2001-2002. That's a pretty creative name. Just imagine them in the board meeting discussing the name for their game. I wonder what we should name our game. I think I have a suggestion. How about Champions League 2001/2002? I love it. It's unique. That's the one. Let's do it. Yeah, so it's fair to say it's probably the least creative name on this list. Well, let's hear what Dave West has to say about this game. How can anyone rate this game above 1 star is totally beyond me. I've purchased all the big guns in the footy sim market, and this stinks, to be frank. Dave has not left the best review of this game. Let's go find out for ourselves. Ooh, okay, they've got the official badges and stuff. That's a good sign. So they obviously had the license to them. Here we go. We got Arsenal versus Man United in the Champions League. We've got some cool graphics. I'll give them that. You know what? From the jump, the graphics don't look that bad until I got into the game. You can't even see the ball. You literally can't see the ball. Where's the ball? The graphics are that bad that you can't see the ball. You can't see the ball. I literally can't see the ball. Okay, now I can see it. Now I can see it. Go on. Hey! Go on, Wilford. Take a shot. Oh, what a save. You know what? The graphics aren't that bad, but if we compare them to FIFA 01, quite a big difference. The FIFA 01 was actually a very smooth game. It felt nice. It felt very fluid. This feels extremely laggy. Can we score? It's so delayed. Oh my God. That was... Go on, shoot. Oh, let's go. We've scored. It is basically FIFA, just the graphics are a bit worse, and it's only the Champions League, so you're limited in that respect, and it's therefore kind of pointless if you think about it. So after playing that game for a bit, I'm going to be rating it 3 stars. I don't think it's terrible. For the time, it was actually pretty decent, but it's not the worst game. There's definitely been worse ones. So with that said, we're moving on to the next game, which is yet another washed footballers game. Glenn Hoddle Soccer. Oh God, this is going to be terrible. It's rated as one of the worst football games of all time by thegamer.com, but there's no reviews of this game because it's so old. So we're going to have to test it out and be the first reviewer. Oh my God. What is this? I can't do anything. What is this noise? Oh my God. No, the crowd noise is the worst noise I've ever heard. Okay, I've got... This is horrible. What is this game? Who am I controlling? No, I can't hear it anymore. I can't hear it anymore. I can't. That is gonna make you go deaf. Don't play it. It's horrible. 0 stars. That game doesn't deserve any stars. That, without a doubt, is the worst football game I have ever played. The game tried to make you deaf. For that reason, it's getting 0 stars. Now, I know that one was bad, but this next one has potential to be even worse. We have a football game called Kids Sports International Soccer. It's fair to say it hasn't got good reviews. IGN, one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, gave it a review of 1 out of 10. Unbearable. And this is what they had to say. Kids Sports International Soccer is, like its Z-branded shovelware companions, a digital turd. A digital turd. Someone on Reddit said, why is Jimmy Savile on the front cover? Oh my God. This guy does not recommend it to anyone. It's a Wii game, so it's time I crack out the Wii. I have not used this thing in about 10 years. Here we go. Savile on the front. Got my controller ready. Let's play. Okay. 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 What the hell is that? Oh. 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 Oh, yeah. What the hell was that shot? I really don't know who I'm controlling right now. Oh, that's not me. Okay. Go on, son. Shoot. What? No. How is the CPU scoring these? Nah, what is this game? Get him. Ah, of course. They scored again. Of course. This game's terrible. This is not fun. Okay. Yes! Let's go. Come on, kids. That sounds so weird to say. Come on, the boys. Also sounds weird to say. It's fair to say this game was pretty weird, especially playing it as a 23-year-old, but I gave it one more chance with a different game mode. So I decided to give the arcade mode a go, which to be honest was better than the actual football game. You're out with shots, you failed to beat this. What? What's the record score? This honestly might be worse than Glenn Hoddle's game, because this actually came out when there were good games. It came out in the same year as this game, FIFA 08 on Wii. And for that reason, I can't rate this game any more than 1 star. It really is one of the worst football games to ever exist. And speaking of FIFA 08 on Wii, that's actually the game that's up next, in which the gamer ranks it as the 20th worst football game of all time, in which Complex rates it as the 4th worst football game of all time, and many other people also agree it's one of the worst football games of all time. R. Curry says, don't buy this game if you like football. That's a very bad start. Let's go and see why everyone hated FIFA 08 on Wii. Alright, here we are. We're back on the Wii. We have FIFA 08. How can a game with Rooney and Ronaldinho on the front cover be rated as one of the worst football games of all time? Let's find out. EA Sports. It's in the game. There's already one problem with this game. Barcelona is the only 5-star team on the game. I think for that reason, we gotta be Barcelona. What is that for graphics? Oh my god. What is this? What? What do I do? And after a bit of practice, I was starting to get into the groove. Just look at the determination on my face. This was Wii heritage. Come on, level 2. Wait, it tells you your calories you burned. That was horrific, and I look like an absolute twat playing it. Let's actually play a game of FIFA and see what it's saying. Oh, that must be Sergio Ramos. Yaya Toure, Messi. Oh my god, look at these teams. The graphics look, I mean, for the time, they look alright. They don't look terrible. But it wasn't the graphics that were terrible about this game. It was the gameplay itself. You literally, once again, couldn't score. Especially as it would take me pretty much a whole game to score my first goal. And who else than Ankara Messi? Messi, you're in!
He's taking the defender off.
Messi! Let's go! We would then score minutes later with Samuel Eto'o. The goals were starting to flood in now. And what goal that was by Eto'o, by the way. It's time to rate the game. Now, FIFA 8 on Wii has actually been the best game I've played today. I've had fun, I've had a good time, and so for that reason, I'm gonna rate it 4 stars. But then you need to take into consideration FIFA 08 on PS3. Like, if you compare the graphics of the two games, it's clear that FIFA 08 on PS3 is far superior. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to reduce its rating to 3 stars. So with that said, we've got one more game to rate, arguably one of the worst rated football games of all time. It's FIFA Street 3. I don't know why this game got so much hate, but I guess we're gonna find out. As you can see, the gamer has also rated it as one of the worst football games of all time, stating that FIFA Street 3 took all of the good things that made the previous games great and threw them out with the kitchen sink. That doesn't sound good. razzhd says FIFA Street 3 easily takes the place as one of the worst football titles to ever bear the FIFA badge. Let's just go straight for play now. I want to see how bad this game is. We gotta be Brazil. We have to be Brazil. Okay, on our team we've got Julio Cesar, Gilberto, Ronaldinho, Kaká. Oh my god, what are these graphics? What the hell is this? It's like EA decided to copy all the characters from that Nike advert, except this was meant to be more realistic than the last game. And once again, we were faced with another game that was impossible to score unless you were the AI, which could easily score a bicycle kick. Oh, they've scored another goal. I feel like Chris Kamara's Street Soccer was better than this. The AI would then put the nail in the coffin, and we had lost 3-0 in our first game. So we headed into another, and this time I was using Ronaldo's Portugal. Ronaldo! Oh. But yet again, the AI was impossible to score against. Oh, they've just scored a bicycle kick. And eventually, we would get a goal. Let's go! Sue! A little 360, little hop skip. Golazo! We then found form and scored another. Oh, let's go! 2-1. Echo! But then the AI would score yet another bicycle kick. But if they can score a bicycle kick, Ronaldo can too. Ronaldo! We just scored a bicycle kick with the GOAT. And on that note, it's time to rate the game. It was actually kind of fun. The graphics are terrible. I don't know why they made them look like superheroes, but I can imagine getting really bored of this game after a couple of games. So for that reason, I'm going to give it 3 stars. I don't think it's terrible, but it's definitely not a good football game. And that brings us on to the last game, FC 24. Arguably the worst EA game of all time, and therefore it has to make it into this video. Not only is there thousands of people regarding this game as one of the worst of all time, but there's also evidence to show it. And to put the proof in the pudding, there was leaked data of FC 24 which showed that they have lost 60% of their players by this time in 2024 compared to last year. That's insane. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think of FC 24? Is it a good game? Is it one of the worst games? I'd love to hear it from you guys. But if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to click here and watch this one, because you're gonna enjoy whatever YouTube suggests to you. So